Yes, happy Friday. We should celebrate with some wache or something.
For the wache there is usual on Friday.
Every Friday, things will know things.
Wow. Okay. Well, the Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joy News and Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Today's tip: avoid all distractions. Get an earpiece or an AirPod or something. Don't hold your phone and be on the phone whilst you're driving, or text for that matter. That's how you ensure your safe arrival.
Let's learn how to say it right, brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
Notice how often people confuse who with whom. It can get a bit perplexing, but this is how I explain the difference. Who refers to the one who is doing the thing, and is used for the one the thing is being done to. Well, here's a tip to help you always say it right. If you're not sure whether to use who or whom, just try to answer with he or him to see which makes more sense in the sentence. If him makes sense, then whom is correct. If he makes sense, then who is correct. For instance, if you're not sure whether to say who or whom did we elect, just try to answer the question, would you say we elected he or we elected him? You'd say we elected him. So the correct phrase is, whom did we elect? On the other hand, you wouldn't say him elected Rawlings. It would be he elected Rawlings. So the correct phrase would be, who elected Rawlings, not whom elected Rawlings. So now, when you hear whom am I, you know what to do, don't you?
Right, that's how you say it, right? So let's get into the newspaper review brought to us by First Atlantic Bank. Refreshingly different.
So on the front page of the Daily Guide this morning, court stops Charles Bisseu's arrest. Bawumia Sheikh's MPP files for flag bearer. I don't know. Was it a sheikh? Did we not all expect that he would? I think he'd even see.
Well, I think what they're trying to say is that he'll be shaking MPP today as he files, for his flag bearership, for the MPP's flag bearership race. And well, let's see how it goes. Very early in the day, by 5th, November. Everybody will know his smoothness level.
I know, right?
I saw a poll from Global Info Analytics.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they claim that the poll results point that Bawumia is in the lead.
A comfortable lead or a proper lead?
Just about 33%.
And I think Alan has 27%.
20, yeah.
Yeah, so if you look at that with a lot of people still undecided, it means the NPP has a race. And this time around, this is not the Global Analytics speaking to just NPP members. This is strictly delegates. They said they've spoken to delegates, and so the delegates are saying this is how we're going to vote.
Yeah. So they said in the first round, DMB leads Alan Chemantin, that's 34.8% to 27.9%, followed by Ken with 12.5%, and 8.9% didn't disclose who they are voting for, though they have decided, while 15.1% said they were undecided. In an event of runoff, the poll finds Alan ahead of Dr. Bawumia with 38% to 37% of the votes. 16 were undecided. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. You know that I was telling you, was it yesterday, that the Alan Chemantin team, they're running a kind of a different campaign. They're running a campaign that is focused on the country. So they're drawing the attention of the NPP to the fact that this is a man that is loved by many. So for you, all you want is to win power. If you want to win power, it's not the person that you think we love in the party that matters, but it's the person that can get you
the country,
the power.
Yeah.
So vote for me. I can get you power. And that's the most
whether you like
thing.
me or not.
Vote for me because I'm the best person to win elections for you.
It's not a bad strategy.
Yeah.
Especially since they're seeking to break the 8. So anyway, we'll see. Parliament approves new Get Fund formula. Tunfor starts Boku peace talks. MPP rakes 3.3 million Ghana cedis from presidential aspirants. That's the front page. So Stonebwoy has released Into the Future video. That's a favorite of many, that song.
Yeah, it's very nice.
So the video is out. Apparently that song did very well on social media, TikTok and all of that.
You see, what Stonebwoy does is what a lot of artists should learn from. For instance, Shatawale. You cannot sit down and believe that you can produce, master, market, and be a big star. No. Stonebwoy today is going to some of the best producers in the world to produce him.
I mean,
getting
even
some of the best collaborations.
The song was recorded in Berlin.
Yes.
But German producers and DJs, and then it was shot here, but with a lot of external influence. I mean, we know he's signed to Def Jam Records, and you know, so he has the best producers and the best team working for him, and it's definitely showing through his music and quality. I mean, especially now that the Grammys has, you know, this new what's the name?
The best
category,
yes.
The best African act.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of opens the door for us, especially as Ghanaians, if we would strive for excellence, so that we can kind of go head to head with the Nigerians. Because really, the battle is Ghana,
the Champions
Niger.
League game. I was so
Burna
proud
Boy,
watching Burna Boy open the game. I mean, even though he's Nigerian, I was so proud.
Yeah, it's good, you know. So that's why I said a lot of artists should learn, get the right collaborations. Do not be so proud saying that, oh, I recorded it myself, promoted everything, and that's the end of it. I am an SM fan, but I think that it's about time Shatawale learned a few things. This every day I produce my song, Charlie, he should stop and get people to give him.
But then again, it's really about his vision. Maybe this is what he wants. Maybe his music is for the people he wants his music to be for. You know, it's also about what you want, isn't it?
Pele had wanted to play outside Brazil. Brazil decided he couldn't play outside Brazil. He was a national asset. We are telling him that your supporters, your fans, do something good.
Okay, petrol, diesel prices to go up today. I thought just last week they said it was coming down. I mean, a couple of weeks ago it was coming down. It's going up.
It actually went up by 15 pesos because it used to be 12.30, 12 cities 30 pesos.
It's 12.45
and then went to 12 cities 45 pesos by the big four. So then now it's going to go up again. I don't know by what percentage. Watch by 3 to 4%.
The thing is that, but then I guess we're grateful for the petrol, the filling stations who keep their prices low.
Yeah.
So you get 11.55, 11.45, 11.40. I mean, so anyways, back page. I would like to play with Mbappe at Real. That's Jude Bellingham speaking. West Ham reject Arsenal £90 rice bid. GFA clubs hold successful meeting. I think that's it for the Daily Guide.
Let's do the daily graphic now. The front page: electricity access hits 90%. 2024. Energy Minister speaking. Otumfuo steps in to resolve Boko conflict, also on the front page, and Clotte Colley, a mix of middle class and slum dwellers. A court halts OSP's arrest of Charles Bissiou. That story is on page 13. It's been on for about 2 weeks now. We know the OSP is trying to interrogate Charles Bissiou for his role on the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, and Accra High Court yesterday has ordered the Office of Special Prosecutor not to proceed to execute an arrest warrant against former presidential staffer Charles Bissiou for the next 10 days. But the OSP has reacted. It has issued a public notice indicating that per law, it had the full powers of the police, and therefore it was not obliged to seek an arrest warrant from the court before effecting an arrest of a suspect. And so we'll see how this one goes. It's been on for a while now.
Yeah, based on that, yesterday during State of Play, then Evans asked the question. So if you knew this, why did you go for one?
I mean, the question is, has the OSP actually gone for one? Because when the special prosecutor was on Newsfile with Samson, when Samson put the question to him about what the lawyer had said about the warrant, he said, assuming we've even gone for one. He didn't say they've gone or they've not gone for one. Now, in terms of the application for this court order that was granted also, the lawyer did not attach any warrant. He only said that they've learned that they've procured the warrant from the Kaneshie District Court. And so that brings a bit of uncertainty in the whole discussion. But the question again remains that if you can arrest without a warrant, why haven't you picked him up so far?
Yeah.
Because we know that he was supposed to go to the OSP on 25th May and he couldn't go. So from 25th May till now, this public back and forth he's wanted. Is he going? He said, I'm going. His lawyers have gotten an order. Then you come in to say that you can arrest without a warrant. I really don't. There's something untidy about how all of this is being handled. I mean, this is just an individual. I really don't think. I mean, it's Charles Bisu. I mean, respectfully, I don't think that he falls within the category of a person that, if he's invited to the OSP, you expect that we need to get crowd control vehicles to that premises. I mean, if you are dealing with someone like that and there's this back and forth, we can understand.
Someone like Shatawale.
I don't even know whether Shatawale will even. Maybe, yeah, Shatawale, maybe. But if you look at someone, the political actors that we know about, I mean, any of those individuals, the high rising ranking politicians that we know about, if any of them is invited. So if someone like that and this back and forth is happening, we can understand. I really think that they should try and find a way around it, especially when it's just initial interaction. Winston, just initial interaction.
I mean, and that's why I said I said yesterday that if I were Charles Bisu, I would have gone long ago.
Yeah, I mean, he told us he was going then, his lawyers.
But now the other point is that the OSP can detain you for 48 hours too. All right?
Yes, I mean, just like then afterwards they have to
go to
police.
court.
I don't even know. I've not been to their facility. I don't even know whether they have holding cells and all of that. But I mean, I think they need to just engage him and deal with this matter once and for all. But some good news in Boku. We are told that Otumfuo has stepped in to engage and to try and resolve the conflict there. The back page has the story about the Media Foundation for West Africa launching a support center for the RTI implementation. That is also a very good one there.
So I mean, I'm just getting some information from my sources at the OSP that says that court has not stopped OSP from arresting Charles Bisu. The court has rather said OSP should hold on in arresting Charles Bisu on an arrest warrant Bisu is alleging the OSP has secured.
I mean, that's the point I'm making.
Yes.
It wasn't exhibited.
Yes. So he says, for instance, if OSP has not secured any such warrant, it means OSP is at liberty to arrest him. Moreover, OSP doesn't need an arrest warrant to arrest Bisu. So the question is, has the OSP secured an arrest warrant this year, 2023, to arrest Charles Bisu? Did Charles Bisu display any such warrant in court?
No, they didn't display any such warrant.
Okay.
I've seen the application for the motion and the subsequent order.
I would brief you because I'm finding out whether the OSP has indeed secured an arrest warrant. Okay, so I'll share that with you. The final this morning says 82 million cedis stolen from financial institutions, Momo accounts, 188 staff of financial institutions, part of the criminals. Be guided by your cultural values in considering proper human value bills. Yagbonwura talking to Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbing. Dr. Bawumia to file nomination forms today, and Frosters steal some 26 million from mobile money accounts in 2022, and that's an increase of some 117%. But let me just share with you 82 million. It says that, look, the total money criminals, including staff of financial institutions, stole from the bank, specialized deposit-taking institutions, and payment service providers in 2022 amounted to 82 million. We're told that 56 million were stolen from banks and specialized deposit-taking institutions. So it comprised 56 million stolen from banks and SDIs and 26 million stolen from mobile money, which falls in the category of PSPs. Okay. That's it basically this morning. You have any other stories?
No, that's pretty much.
Okay,
pretty much it, yeah.
Then let's go for the online news review brought to us by Zenith Bank, in your best interest, and Goyle Good Energy. So we're told that 800 police officers to be deployed for the Asin North by-elections. That's on 27th.
That by-election will be like nothing we've seen before. It will be like very competitive and tricky, and the security team would have to be up on their game on that day.
Of course, they have to be, because this is more like the stakes are very high in this by-election. We've had that conversation on State of Play. I have said that you'd have to ask yourself first, who needs this the most? Now, the NPP wants to have this and then say they have total majority now. As it stands is 137, and then you're using the independent candidates. But if they win this, it means they get 138, the NDC gets 136. If the NDC wins this, it will tell you that, okay, so you tried everything legally, you got the man disqualified, but the people still love him. And this is a referendum on your performance.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if the NDC wins, they're going to make the case. This is a referendum on your performance. The MPP will do same and say it's an
And
indication
it
that
equally
they're
means
doing
that the people also have bought into the message about the fact that James Jachikwesin is not being treated fairly.
Yeah.
At least that's the narrative that the NDC has pushed across, and so that also, I mean, goes in their way. So this one is a very interesting by-election. Let's see how that goes.
And also on myjoyonline.com, arrest Gabi Ochedako, Lord Comey, and stop harassing Frimpong Boateng. That's something the minority said, I think, yesterday on Wednesday. CityNewsroom.com, NPP primaries, Bawumia using government resources, personnel for his campaign. That's according to Alan's camp.
Wow, okay.
You know, we're having the conversation the last time, and I got a message from one of our friends at CDD that said, don't encourage incumbency abuse. So if you want to campaign, the point they make is that use your own resources.
As opposed to the position.
Yeah. What politicians have always done is so for instance, if the vice president, I beg your pardon, is going somewhere today, he says, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. He goes there, he still will meet party, delegates. But the question is, was he really going there in his capacity as vice president or in his capacity as aspiring flag bearer?
So
And even the use of, state resources. I mean, if this morning he's going to file his nomination form, is he going in private vehicle or official vehicle?
Good. That's the other point.
You people.
No, I mean it all goes.
No, I
because
agree with
because if you
you.
compare to someone who is not in government, like the dark horse, for instance, I mean, if he is going somewhere, it means that he would have to fill the vehicle that morning and go, and so it's a bit of
CNN says Pope Francis has been discharged from hospital following surgery,
and BBC says 7 African leaders will be heading to Ukraine on peace mission. I don't know why I find it so funny that 7 African leaders will be meeting President Zelensky and Kiev before heading to Russia on a peace mission. We wish them well. Let's cross over now to the BBC News. It's brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
We have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe, from Ghana to Burkina Faso.